Hey, what's going on everyone? Pad Chennington here, and today I decided I want to make a video that's kind of different from what I usually do. Most of you guys know me from my video essay style content where I'll really, write a script, I'll break a video down, break a topic down, and just spend a couple days editing it. And as many of you know, today is the 17th, I believe it is, 17th anniversary of the September 11th attacks. And if you go online, let's say you go on YouTube, right, and you were to type in my 9/11 story, most of the time you're going to get someone who's pretty old. It's totally understandable, and the people that you'll get are these incredible stories, and I'm not degrading them in any way, of, first responders, people who were there, people who worked in the building, family members of people who've passed away, and they're all incredible stories. But the one thing I always noticed was you never really got a story from someone who was young at the time. And, a lot of kids lost people who were close to them, family members. I know we lost my uncle, so it's a very interesting perspective to go back now that I'm older and I understand the significance of the entire event, to kind of just like look at how, innocent and blind and just how we were back then as kids surrounding the whole event. I remember I was in 3rd grade when it happened, and it was funny. I was growing up in New Jersey at the time. I went to public school, and everyone I know, even in New Jersey, and we're pretty close to the city. Like, we're not South Jersey, we're very close. So almost everyone I knew got out of school early that day. And we didn't. We stood the whole day, and during the day we didn't hear anything about it. Like, I didn't notice, looking back at it, I don't remember teachers ever looking, upset or like they were hiding some secret from us. I really don't remember anything like that. It was a normal day of school. So 3 o'clock hits, that's the bell, and get on the bus, go home. And my bus pulls up to the bus stop in my development. And there's one thing I will always remember, and I will never forget this sight. My dad used to pick me up at the bus stop because he used to work at the restaurant at the time. Him and my uncle used to work at a restaurant. And I just remember there was one day where they didn't have to go in until really late, so they were still home. My dad was still home. So he would pick me up at the bus stop. And I'm getting off the bus, I'm walking down the stairs of the bus, and I just remember my dad, my pops, just in complete tears. Right, but he was hiding it from me, I guess, because he just didn't want to show that he was upset about something. So he was kind of like hiding his face, and I knew something was wrong, but I didn't want to say anything. So whatever, he's like, I get off the bus, I walk inside, and all my family is there, like my cousins, like my neighbors were there. It was like 20 of us at the house. And to me, I mean, I'm a kid. I'm in 3rd grade, so I'm thinking, holy shit, like, this is going to be, like, what are you guys doing here? It's the week. Like, we don't have fun during the week. I got homework and stuff. Why are my cousins over? So I go inside, and all the adults look super concerned. And all the kids are just kind of, like, just chilling there. And my dad's like, you guys go in the basement, go have some fun. So at this point, I still don't know what's going on. Like, it seems like a normal day to me. Obviously something's up. But I'm in 3rd grade, I don't care, my cousins are over, I'm going to have a good time now. So we go in the basement, and we're just hanging out. So it's very interesting to look back at everything because, in one part of the house, you had people searching for answers all day, waiting for a phone call from him. He worked in Cantor Fitzgerald, which I believe was the company in the attacks that lost the most people. I mean, it was on the highest, points of the tower. So we were waiting for any sort of news, or they were at least, while us in the basement, we were, like playing Knee football and Super Smash Brothers. And it's very eerie to look back at it now as an adult and thinking, there's just 2 complete different sides in one situation. And it all comes down to childhood ignorance and childhood, the bliss of being young and innocent. And yeah, I'm looking back at it now, and it almost seemed like it was any other day. And I remember later on in the night, skipping through the channels, and it would show this tower, and I knew it was the World Trade Center. But and another thing was, like, they told me my uncle worked there, and they told me at night that we haven't got a phone call from him, and something happened in New York and whatever. They tried to kind of like cheese it up, I guess, because we were young, me and my brother. So it was just like any normal day. I didn't really understand the significance of it. But nowadays, being older, something I find myself doing, and I can't tell to this day if it's wrong, if it's a disrespect to my uncle or anyone else who perished on that day, was I find myself in these like 9/11 interest like I just get so curious about the event, and I just I'll binge watch or just research so many things online. And I've never been someone who's so into the whole 9/11 truth or conspiracies or whatever. Like, I've never been into that. I've more been interested in just the concept of what happened, the overall aspect of just so many people, you know, not existing anymore in a matter of 12 seconds or whatever it was to take the towers to come down. Yeah, and I guess being a kid and not really understanding the severity of it all, you know, maybe if I was older at the time, I would have, and I would think about it differently now. But it's just like it's so, it piques my curiosity, all of it, and I don't know if that's morally wrong, and it's something I think about. Like, I'll be watching these videos, you know, trying to find like the most high quality video I can get of an angle, or just seeing the tower up close, and like 2 or 3 hours in, you know, I'll be like watching in the middle of the night. I'll think to myself like dude, what are you doing? Is this wrong? Like, you know, it's like what happened, and it just, you know, sometimes it feels like I'm not actually caring about, you know, the people or anything that happened. It's just my curiosity. But I guess it's a question that can't be answered. But yeah, it's wild. Now, 17 years later, you know, I go to the city a lot. I have friends that live in the city. One of my best friends goes to school at Pace, which is right in downtown. And you go there, and it's still, there's this very, very, just, like, thick, like the air, I can't explain it. It's just, there's a weird vibe when you get close to where the Freedom Tower is. And the Freedom Tower is beautiful, and don't get me wrong, it is absolutely incredible to see that thing go up. Watching it go up, you know, being from the area, you watch that thing build, and you're like, holy crap, this is an amazing feat, you know, of American just history, us getting this thing back up. But you go there, and it's a very, to anyone who's watching this who's not from the area, it's definitely a very, just, it's sad. It's like sad going there after all this time. But anyway, I don't even know where I wanted to go with this video. I just wanted to, you know, put something out there and kind of just talk from the perspective of being a child when all this happened, because I was 9 or 8 or something like that, and usually you'll hear these breathtaking, you know, earth-shattering stories of these people who've survived and stuff like that, but you don't really hear stuff from the younger people who were, you know, kids at the time and just didn't understand the event. And looking back at it, like I said, you know, a couple times in this video, it's just so interesting how childhood ignorance really is and how much it could cover up and you don't even realize. But anyway, you know, God bless all the victims from that day. Rest in peace to anyone, and, you know, I hope families and friends, I know we have, it's kind of after 17 years, it's weird what time can do to you. Today just almost feels like any other day. It's just like a rainy Tuesday. So I guess time is really a great medicine, I know, for me and my family. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. If you were young, you know, I'd love to hear, I mean, anyone who has stories. I'm always so interested in this stuff. But if you were young and you at that time, I want to know the perspective from other people too. It's interesting. So let me know in the comments below, and thank you guys, and Uncle Eddie, rest in peace. We love you and we miss you, baby. Keep it real.